Hey everybody, we made it through the weekend, and today we are going to be working on a couple different projects, but the bulk of the action is going to be in the puzzle and games section of the store. Before we jump over there and talk about what we got going, let's check out last night's eBay orders. Somebody picked up the last of the 10-inch TMNT Leonardo Funko Pops. We had a lot of those. I'm glad they're finally gone. And speaking of having a lot of the same thing, these patchwork puzzles, finally getting those sold off. They came in like 3 Target loads in a row. We had so many of them. I'm glad we're finally moving them. And somebody picked up, last but not least, the ILY Stitch kind of collection here. It's got the doll, got the Stitch outfit, the Stitch purse, and those came on the new Target load. And I believe I sold one in the store this weekend and the other one went on eBay. Now, the plan for the puzzle and games section today. I want to get this cleaned up, get all of this moved out, get these crossbows to the back room, these boxes, they can go back in the stack. And then I want to work on how this looks, okay? It's kind of messy. Things are all over the place. And it's going to kind of help me knock out 2 projects at once. So down on this end, I want to put kind of the smaller kid puzzles like this. Okay, there's a lot of these all over the store, and I want to put them all in one spot. Wooden puzzles, kind of like, here, let's just go over here and look. It'll be easier. See right here, we've got wooden puzzles, these puzzles, and then there are things like the jigsaw puzzles, building block kind of puzzles. What else? Yeah, things like that. All right, I'm not going to look around too hardcore about it. Blocks like this. And I'm thinking maybe even moving the Leapfrog Learning Express toys. You know, not just Leapfrog, but Learning Express toys over there as well. Maybe try to get them all into one spot. And that's going to help me start to push to put the sporting goods up, get that out of tubs, and it'll look a lot better. Now, that was a whole lot of talking, right? Basically, I just want to consolidate everything into this area and at the same time, button up the puzzle and game section, get it looking a little bit nicer. And before we go on, check it out. We have 78 The Godfather Last Family Standing games. I've got those for $2.99 a piece, and we can't sell them. Nobody wants them. 78's not an exact number, but I think we get the idea. There's a whole bunch of them. So I might put some of those in some tubs, and there's some other stuff in here that I might put into tubs. But yes, also, I was going through this little stack here. Check it out. Haunted house, Halloween type kits. And I will probably pull those out. They've been sitting there since our very first truck last October, maybe. It's hard telling how old those are. I'm going to keep some of these that are priced at $2.99. I'll keep a row of them out. But the rest of them, I don't see any need to keep them all out here. I really don't. These Godfather games, it must not be very fun, right? Will your family have power over them all? You know, it's the party game you can't refuse. People are refusing it, okay? Nobody's buying it. I've sold one of these at $2.99 in like 6 months. Did I show everybody what it looks like before? I don't know if I did. Let's kind of look at it before though. Before we get too deep into this. Uh-oh, somebody's honking at me. Hi. It's not bad, and it feels like the games are getting thin. Now over here, this doesn't look the best. This probably needs cleaned up, sectioned off a little bit better. And look, more The Godfather games. You can't get away from them, so I guess you can't refuse them. But the last thing I want to do is make more overflow tubs. But we got to do something with these. Maybe we do a special. buy any game in the toy store, get the Godfather game for free. Let's talk about these studio mercantile games. They came on our very first buy, the $100,000 Macy's truck. And I'm gonna put all of these up front. I'm gonna retag them with a better price, put them in a different area of the store, and see if we have problems moving them by changing it up a little bit. Sometimes it might just be where they're located, might not be in the right spot, the visibility might be really low. These might not be priced right, they might be too high. So let's talk about a few of the other items kind of on the bottom shelf here that will never sell, that just need to go. These AP Game bow and arrow deals. They've been down there so long, you can't even see the price tag. Nobody's even looked at these. They came on a Walmart Overstock buy that I felt wasn't the best buy. We got kind of taken advantage of there in the beginning. We were going through brokers. We really didn't know what was going on. And these have not, I don't think we've even sold one. And I've got them priced at $2.99 or $4.99. Not even one. So I'm just going to pull them out of there. Maybe I'll do the same thing, buy something, get this for free, because that's the only way we're going to get rid of these, is to give them away. Just moving those two items out has really opened a lot of space. Now check these out. These are these big backgammon boards down here. They're huge. We got them for $24.99. I'm really surprised we haven't sold those, but it's backgammon. You know, it's backgammon. That's all I'm going to say. I'm digging through here. I'm still finding some of the studio mercantile stuff. I'm not saying this is bad stuff. It's just very, I don't know. We did sell some of it, but we haven't sold any of it in a while. And I got to figure something else out. I've got so many of these Jumanji, I'm going to hide them behind the puzzles I'm bringing over here, the little kid puzzles. Is it the best strat? I mean, maybe. But kind of changed my mind a little bit. These don't display very well right here. But I think I've decided learning resources stuff, there's a lot of one-offs. And what do I mean by that? Single items, right? And I'm going to stack the learning resources stuff on this kind of end shelf, and I'm going to focus on that first because I want to free up this section right here. I got an idea. I want to free that up and put the learning resources stuff right here, and we'll see how all this turns out. Normally when I dive into these projects, they never work out how I thought they would, and this is going to be no exception, I'm sure. The reason for the learning resources toy move, kind of its own section, these are higher dollar toys. They're pretty popular. They are just buried. You can't see where they're at. They're not all in one place. And I think this little part of the store right here will be perfect. I think it's just turned into more of a train wreck since I started getting into it. There's a lot, I don't know, like it doesn't look good. I mean, this looks okay over here. Oh, I just stepped on something. This looks okay, but it doesn't look fabulous. I don't know if it really did anything besides open up the shelf space I was looking for over here. It's not my favorite thing. I'm going to work on it a little bit, but it definitely looks better than being over here. And remember, the goal is to get as much of this cleared off as we can because we're going to be moving sporting goods, and we are also going to try and get the Nerf guns over here. Now, I realize this probably will not happen all in one day. Some things look better facing out. Some things look pretty good on the side. And I'm not making a whole lot of progress. I need to kind of button this up though. I've got other things going. I got to get eBay to the post office, and we had an Amazon order. I got to get it to the post office. So I really need to try and get this at least semi done. It's not going to be a very satisfying video if you're looking for me to get all of this done in one day properly. It's going to be one of those deals. I get into it, I've got other things to do, and I get sidetracked, which is pretty standard around here. And I need to mow the yard. I have to get home and mow the yard. It is getting a little bit out of control. I am repricing some of these games as we go along here. The Visions of Johnny the Skull, that's going to be a perfect example. Now, when we tag these, we put the load number on the tag, so I can tell you exactly where this load came from. I'm looking at this. This is A1, T3, C1. That tells me that these have been sitting around the shop for a while. 3 different buys. These were Target buys. Had this game, and we haven't sold one out of that whole time. We're going to drop the price on these. If you've got a toy, or in this case, a game that's been sitting around on the shelves through X amount of time, there's something wrong with the price. I don't know. I'm looking at this and it doesn't feel like we did anything. I didn't get to this section right here where the puzzles are. Kind of skipped over that and I started right in here. Just went down through, moved some things around, straightened a few things up, but it doesn't really feel like we changed anything. I guess we did. The learning resources stuff, we got it off this spinner here. Now I'm going to be changing this around. I've got an idea for this, and we did not get any of this stuff cleaned up. We didn't get the Halloween stuff moved. It started raining, so mowing the yard is probably out for today. Like we were here working for 2 or 3 hours and I'm not even sure. But anyway, we did get a few things moved off of this shelf, right? And I know it doesn't look like it, but it freed up a little bit of space. And maybe I could just start moving these things around. I need to go through all this, look and see what's there, look and see what can go. But I definitely didn't get as much done as I thought I was going to. But anyway, I need to get the eBay and the Amazon to the post office. And I probably need to get out of here for a half a day. Nobody should be working 7 days a week. That's about all I got. I'm going to call it a video. I hope everybody's having a good start to their week. And until next time, oh wait, I forgot about this. We did not get any of this repriced, and I have no idea where I'm going to put that stuff. But anyway, until next time, I will see you later. Peace.